Our next guest is somebody we've been wanting to guest for a long time. And the moment we wanted to have her or see her, and in fact, I was even supposed to guest on one of her shows, the pandemic hit. So let's find out and catch up and see what she's been doing from her end, on her end of the her side of the globe. Please welcome here for the very first time in my house, Odette Quesada. Now, are you back on a lockdown there in Los Angeles, Odette?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the stores are. It's not as bad as the first time. But you kind of get used to it after a while.
Well, I don't know. I could be wrong, but you look like being a composer and all. You would like this solitude. You would like this moment of just leave me in my room alone for
Yeah,
hours.
but the thing is, you're forgetting I work.
True.
I have a day job, so a lot of my hours are spent working. So I never had a lockdown at all. Never had to stay home except for the weekends. So pretty
But
much.
now that you are on another lockdown, of course, Los Angeles, all of California, the numbers are still high. Have you found? I don't know if I've asked you this question yet, but have you found that you are discovering a new Odette? Like all of a sudden, I can make oatmeal cookies. I didn't know I could do that before. Or all of a sudden, organize my sock drawer or something. No? Anything new? Any new talent that you have during this lockdown?
I always organize my sock drawer. so,
Okay.
so nothing different about that. Uh, no, not really, not much. Like I said, my Mondays to Fridays are spent 9-10 hours at work. So when I get home, that's pretty much my veg out time.
What does
What do
Odette
I do?
Casada do when she's not working, when she's home alone? Ano mga hobbies?
Hobbies are reading books and Netflix, or I have Hulu, I have Netflix, I have HBO Max. So pretty much it's just watching a lot of shows.
So you would like to binge watch? Can you finish
I
a whole
do.
series or
I do.
really? I want to know, what do you watch? What is your thing?
Right now, I'm finishing up third season of Crown. The Crown. I just finished Dark. Dark is like a German series. It had like 3 seasons, and I just finished that one a week ago. We're so pleased. So many shows.
So I'm guessing that you like to watch like these epic period type. I mean, Germany, and then I think Crown is about
No, well,
the Queen,
Dark.
or.
Dark is a series. Like I said, it's a German-made series for Netflix. That's like time traveling. So anything
Okay.
to just escape. It doesn't matter what it is. I I pick and choose depending on my mood. The Umbrella Academy I finished
Ooh,
in one day.
I'm disappointed. I want to watch it again. I mean, it was so entertaining, a lot faster and quicker than the first season, and
Yes,
that's one that
definitely.
I like that. I like superheroes, fantasy,
Yes,
the
yes.
one. The hero you least expect. Like when I see you, when people see you, and I've chosen with you in the past, they don't see
Okay.
you as a superhero. Yet in the world of compositions and songwriters, you are everyone's superhero. Do you realize that?
I wouldn't say superhero, but some have come up to me to let me know that they were inspired to be songwriters because I started very young.
Your songs are still very much remade. I'm still waiting for my Odette original, but I've been in this 38 years and I still
I
don't
just
have that.
I just don't want to ruin the running gag we've had
This is
by
true. This
writing you a song.
Now you were supposed to do another show over at the Maybach, right? But
Yeah.
you're scheduling this again?
Well, hopefully sometime next year because I don't want to plan anymore. We postponed it twice. It was supposed to be March, and then of course the lockdowns happened. Your part of the world, my part of the world, and then we decided during that March that maybe hopefully by July. Pero course, it didn't happen in July either.
That's
So
right. That's right. How are you getting along with this new normal? I mean,
what can we do? Like I said, but every now and then I escape. I drive 400 miles to see friends.
really?
And yeah, I go to Fed de los Reyes' house. Like I would get off work on a Friday afternoon at 5:30 and just drive for about 5.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And
Just to see
then
her.
yeah, just for the weekend. Yeah.
Now, when
Yeah.
Odette Quesada is taking a road trip, what's the music she listens to?
I do a lot of talk radio.
Mm.
And then when I get tired of talk radio, I go to the 80s channel or the 70s channel of Sirius XM, or I go on Spotify and just have my playlist.
And on talk radio, what do you like to listen to? Intrigue, gossip, politics?
Yeah, all of the above. Anything that will keep me awake. I listen to a lot of Howard Stern.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you like that edgy.
I like Howard Stern. You know what? Not enough credit goes to the guy. He's one of the best interviewers. When it's a celebrity interview, I like it when he does it. Of course, I don't really care for the rat pack that he has. The crazy people that he interviews. But when
Yes.
he interviews the celebrities, he's pretty good. Really, really good.
You can
Almost,
really
almost as good as you, Martin.
stop it. High five, high five.
Bye-bye.
I'll pay you later. I'll do $20, $20. Having said that, though, I mean, with the news that's coming out today, I mean, you being a composer, has it inspired you? I mean, the news is very depressing. No matter what you say, no matter where you look, America,
Yeah,
China,
I
Korea,
know.
Philippines, it's all down. Does it
Yeah.
inspire you to write a sad song, or do you need to write a happy song?
I don't know. What it is it inspires me to not be on social media when I see too much of that. I'm gonna vote differently, but a lot of my friends on social media are voting a different way.
Mhm.
So I don't want to see their posts. I'm sure they don't want to see mine. So I try to stay away from politics as much as I can. Now behind social media, like if we are to get off this Skype and start talking about politics, then yes. But nowadays you can't win. You can't have an opinion anymore
No.
without anybody Batinskying everything that you're saying.
Happens here too in this country. I think every country has that same problem. But as a composer, it must be frustrating for you to inspire people when we're so depressed. Is it? Is it a challenge for you as a composer?
I don't know. I've never pondered that question before. I've never really thought about writing because I'm supposed to be the one to make people feel better about themselves. So I never thought of myself that way. I write for myself. I write if I'm asked to write for an artist. So it's pretty much that. Never really considered the climate, you know,
Right.
as far as writing songs.
Well, that's what I mean when I say superhero, because really it's really the artists who need to inspire a nation, a country, a world of people, even the city of Los Angeles, for heaven's sakes, or even the Filipino community in Los Angeles. I mean, if I was as gifted a composer as you were, that would be my cape. Is the pen, is the rhyme, is the music, is the melody. And you being, I don't know if I'm correct to say this, but most of your songs, if not all, love is the topic. In some songs, you're a hopeless romantic or a hopeful romantic.
Mostly hopeless.
Or hopeless, right? And being a hopeless
Mostly.
romantic, your song somehow there's a happy ending. I mean, the feel I have anyway. Even if we repeat the chorus over and over again, there's sad words. You have a way of making the melody turn a sad word into a happy melody. Do you even notice that in your songs?
No, no. I've
Well, I have
never
dissected
really.
your music, Odette Quesada, and that
I,
is what I have learned.
I've never really done a dissertation on any of my songs. So, no, I I'm glad you're letting me know this, but mostly my songs are just written when I was a kid, before I had any maturity at all, before I had any knowledge as far as what I really was writing about.
Mm-hmm.
I was writing peripherally. I was writing because a phrase inspired me, like "hopeless romantic." When I heard it, when Michael Johnson said it one time, "How would you best describe yourself?" He said, "I'm a hopeless romantic," and that phrase stuck with me, and I turned off the TV after that, and I wrote the song in about 20 minutes time. So
But most of us didn't know that was the title, right?
yeah, because when they released the album of Rick Sagreto, they forgot what the title was and just listened to the refrain and wrote "Don't know what." What the funny thing was, they wrote "Don't know what to say, don't know what to do" instead of "Don't know what to do, don't know what to say," which was, I don't know. They weren't paying attention.
Oh boy, that must be so frustrating for you. I mean, but the
Yeah.
song's a monster hit. Many have remade that song. Is there a song that you wish you wrote?
Well, there are a lot of songs I think a lot of people wish I wrote, because they come up to me and let me know that, oh, my favorite song of yours is that Rick Sagreto song. Ah, yeah, yeah. Which one? Don't know what to do. Give me a chance. No, you loving you. Oh, such an easy thing. So I wish I wrote that song. I mean, I know I told Jerry Paraiso this, that one time I even got a royalty check for that particular song.
Are
So
you
even Viker thought I wrote the song.
are you kidding?
I had to let them know. No, I did not write this one. Here's the check.
Well, that was honest of you. Now, but that's a beautiful song. That is
It's
what
a
is it for
beautiful
you?
song.
For Odette Quesada, I mean, I know "Loving You" would be a song you wish you wrote because you're already getting paid for it. But are there any songs out there like "How I Wish," being the frustrated composer I am? I wish I wrote the prayer. I mean, that's for me. How about for you?
Oh, then that'd be every other Paul McCartney song. Like maybe I'm amazed, because
Hmm.
that song, when I first heard it as a kid, as a 9 year old, I think 8 or 9 years old I was. It stopped me dead on my tracks. I think it's probably the primer that made me want to be a songwriter. That particular song.
Really
Yeah. Maybe I'm amazed at the way you love me all the time. Do you
beautiful.
sing that? Do you ever
I
sing that?
have not, but now that you mention it, I think I just might.
You should.
Did you used to collaborate with your husband?
Yeah, I wrote a lot of songs with Bodge.
What song did Boji write that you wrote together?
It's well, one of the biggest hits was an Ariel Rivera song, Ayoko na sana.
Oh
You
wow.
remember that song?
Oh yes. Ayoko
Mm.
na sana na.
Magmahal, yeah,
How about
that one.
Sana Dalawang Puso Ko? Don't tell me he wrote that for you or
He,
about you.
no, no,
Part of that or
no. Yeah, well, I was the producer of that album, so
but not the inspiration of the song.
no, the inspiration of Sana Dalawa Puso Ko, believe it or not, and I can talk about this now because he didn't want to talk about this when he was alive. He wanted it to be like, nobody knows anything about it. But after he passed on, I've been telling people the story of Sana Dalawa Puso Ko. It's actually he was looking for to buy a car, so we kept going back to Toyota and then Mitsubishi, going back to Toyota, Mitsubishi. Couldn't decide which car to buy. Sabi niya, sana dalawa budget ko. So sabi ko, there's a song in there somewhere. So
Well,
he made it into a love song.
well, I just want to. I'm sorry I couldn't do this in person before Boji left us, but how I wish I could have thanked him because when I had went through my marital problems, that's the
Mhm.
song they wanted me to remake.
But you never got to do it,
No,
did
because
you?
I didn't have a Toyota.
Yeah.
Now, what is the one thing? Okay, here we are. We're in composing mode. When Odette Quesada, are you the one who has to be behind a desk with a yellow pad paper and a certain kind of pilot pen, a .07? Are you one of those? Do you need to have the things a certain way before you can compose? The window has to be open. The lights have to be lights on or lights off, as Boy Abunda would say. But to compose for you, you can't compose with the lights off. That's kind of hard.
No, it's kind of hard,
But for you,
especially with my eyesight now.
put us in the mood. How are you when you're in the mood to write?
Actually, I wrote a lot of songs wee hours of the morning. Like I'd be, because that's the quietest time to write. You don't get any phone calls. Then the whole place is quiet. That's usually when I write. It's usually when I'm about to sleep or I'm half asleep, and then inspiration hits, and then I get up and go to my piano or my keyboard now, and that's when I usually write.
Really? Because some, like, for instance, this frustrated writer, I have to have everything loud and people are talking, and like I've written
I could never do that.
in traffic, things like that. No?
No, I could never do that. Yeah, I like the quiet when I'm writing.
So let's say, just for the sake of argument, you were going to compose me a song. I'm not asking for a song. I'm just saying, let's say you were. What would you ask me? What kind of, would you interview me, or do you just want to hear what I want to sing about? Do you tailor make it for me, or can Rick Sagretta song be good for Martin, or maybe not?
Yeah.
He's not
No.
You told me that before. You said you were not as good looking. So, it was hard.
That's not what I said.
Pala.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Si Rick, ibang phrasing than you. You are more like extended notes. Si Rick doesn't do a lot of extended notes, if you've noticed. So it's a different way of lyric writing and melody writing for him. But I know I have songs that will fit you. But, sayang yung gag natin eh.
Never forget that. We got to get that. I will have to ask Noel for that and show it here in this interview. Gina, you're going to love that gag because it was so real.
I hope.
And so true. Now,
so true.
Your husband was a great composer. You're a great composer. Does your son Adrian, does he write as well?
Well, my son Darian.
Oh, is it Darian?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's D-A and not A-D. It's okay. It's close.
Dyslexic.
All the letters are there.
So,
no, he's not. He's not a songwriter. Although I thought he was going to be one when he was a lot younger. Because when he would, when he's playing, he's singing something. He's made up. But no, he got into hip hop dancing when he was in high school, and then I don't know what happened. He became a choreographer and then hip hop dancer. But that was high school. They actually even competed.
Wow.
So, yeah, he got everything from my side of the family, the dancer side of me.
You can dance? I want to see that. Oh,
No.
You were being sarcastic. Okay, because I see you behind the piano. You're like, your silhouette is the same as Barry Manilow. You know this, right?
The silhouette?
You want me to say you look like Barry Manilow? Absolutely not. But your silhouette, you're higher than the keyboard.
Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm.
Is it on purpose? Do you play?
No, it's easier for me that way.
Really?
Yeah, I like the stool a little higher than, the regular, like the regular concert grand stool.
Yeah.
In fact, I like it when it's wooden. But my son eventually finished television and film screenwriting. That's what he ended up finishing in college.
Darian was brought up in Los Angeles, so everything you just mentioned is all of the above, from dancing to the arts to hip hop to a dog thing, all the way to screenplay. I mean, to making movies and so on. That's awesome. Now, how old is Darian?
He's 25.
25 years old. Did you
25.
guide him in any way? I mean, everything he's doing, you have some knowledge of. Do you want him to go a different direction, like maybe business, or he has something to fall back on? Do you have these kinds of talks with him?
He's got a day job. He works in an office. But that's the plan, to write hopefully, for television, movies, or anime graphics, graphic anime books. You
Beautiful.
know.
Wait, have you ever been approached to do like musical scoring or writing a theme song for, let's say, Netflix or something in Los Angeles?
Oh no, no, I'm not pursuing a musical career in Los Angeles. I mean, believe it or not, I'm very well grounded. I don't know if um, I've been very, very pragmatic about a lot of stuff in my life,
Mhm.
and no matter how, you know, how big you get in the Philippines, doesn't really translate anything anywhere near here. I mean, if you go to the mainstream, there's like 50 million of me here.
Well, you are in the land of composers, that's for damn sure. And
That's
it's more,
true.
more than composing now, it's more producing. I think that's where the money.
Yeah,
It,
yeah, I know, but pro- it's all production now. It's if you strip down the song, I don't know if it's gonna fly. I don't know. That's just me personally.
well, if I'm learning it correctly, well, how I hear it, let's say you wrote me a song. Again, I'm not hinting, not at all.
Hmm.
Let's say you wrote me a song in Los Angeles and we produced it there. And I like
Hmm.
your song very much, but I wanted to have a part of the action. So I'll lend you 3 words and
Yeah,
you come
I've
with this.
actually had a meeting with a producer here who wanted to get my songs, but that's what they wanted to do. They just wanted to change something in the song, and I said, "Why? What's wrong with the song?" They just want to manipulate it in such a way that they get producing and songwriting credit for it.
Exactly.
So,
Even
I
singer,
didn't want to do it. Yeah.
even the one singing the song, he or
Well,
she,
you know whose fault that was, right?
no,
That's Colonel Parker
really.
of Elvis.
Parker?
Remember him? Yeah.
Okay.
You could not put in a song in any of Elvis's album. This is after he made it big, right? Without them getting publishing or songwriting credit.
All the way till back since back then, because that seems to be
Hmm.
the norm now. People who've
Yeah.
never composed a song in their life will add
Yeah.
maybe, how about the ding 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 co-composer, see Mr. So and so. I That would be so frustrating if I was that kind
Yeah.
of composer. Now, is there a group today, since we're talking about it? Think of the singers of the past, maybe even Elvis. Who do you wish you wrote a song for? Of someone they may not be with us anymore. A favorite singer, a favorite recording artist. How I wish he or she sang my song. Who is that?
Well, when I was a kid, I wanted to write for Barry Manilow. I mean, if you cannot be Filipino and not love Barry Manilow, any of the Barry Manilow songs. So I wanted to do that. And but I always like singer songwriters mostly. So I wouldn't even dare. I think what I wanted to do was co-write with them, maybe co-write a song. I got one of my dreams to come true because you know, growing up, like I said, I like Barry Manilow, and who wrote for Barry Manilow? David Pomeranz, right?
That's right.
And David Pomeranz sang one of my songs in his albums, so that's kind
Really?
of like a dream come true.
That's nice. I see how nice, how small our little dreams that they mean such. They're so big in our eyes, but for people watching us right now, they're probably thinking, "Well, what's the big deal?" It's a big
It's
deal.
a big deal.
It's a major big deal. Now, is there a topic you won't write about? Is there a rule?
Not really. If well, I'm definitely not gonna be um, a serious political writer, but I've done comedy albums. My husband and I used to write and produce Willie Nepomucenu's comedy albums,
Mm.
and it's sprinkled with topics of whatever's that particular moment, whatever was happening, like during the time of ERAP. You know, we wrote "Do the Share Up," and
Yes, I remember that.
and opisina, galing opisina, for you know, for Willie. We did a lot of the parody songs,
That's
and
nice.
I still write parody for Fedelos Reyes. That's what I like. Remember, there's this Bruno Mars song. That's what I like.
That's what. Yes.
Yeah, and
That's her
then
to act.
yeah,
Yes.
she asked me to write something for people her age, or my age, her age, our age.
In your case though, as the powerful woman that you are, and that the power that you show us on stage. No, really, I see that. I respect you because you seem to be one of the only people I know from my time whose head is not enormous. I mean,
Yeah, I've
you
always had a small head, even for my body.
it's like you've always known from the get-go that whatever has come your way have been blessings. It's not something that you were entitled to get. Do you feel that some of our artists today are a little bit ahead of themselves because they think they're all that because of the social media? You know what I'm saying? Compared to our time.
uh, well, what I have noticed, um, our time, we had very distinct voices. When your song comes on the radio, I don't even need to know that it's you singing because I know it is you. No one has to. The DJ doesn't have to say, "Oh, that was just Martin Nievera singing this song." I know it's you, and I know it's Rick Sagredo. I know when it's Jaja Padilla. I know when it's Kuli Desma. But now this new crop of singers, they're really really good, but I can't tell them apart. All the girls sound to me, all
Mm-hmm.
the girls sound the same, and all the guys pretty much sound the same. But maybe I'm not as discerning as I was before.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I get. I don't know their attitudes because to be honest with you, I don't know them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's I'm not intimidated. I'm not phased by it because I really don't follow the Filipino music industry as I used to before.
Did you know back then when you were composing, when you were you're making, the likes of Rick Sagredo, Kula Desma, just to name a few, Sharon Cuneta, for heaven's sakes, you're writing for the best. Now, in a
Mm.
way, you're turning us to become, if we are the best, we become better, we become bigger. Do you feel that maybe you have been lost in, does it matter to you that they somehow forget sometimes who wrote the song, and then fast forward to today? That's all we talk about is who composed
Yeah.
that song. Back in the day, it wasn't that way, diba?
Actually, it's the other way around. All my artists, all the singers that sang my song used to always make it a point to let people know that I wrote the song. So I kind of came up together with
Oh,
Raymond Lochenko, together with Rick. Rick was always very generous, always mentioned me as the songwriter of the song. Who did the same way? Sharon did that. I'm sure if you sang one of my songs, you would have said it too.
I'm already saying it. I don't have the song.
Yeah, I know. I was like, this will never end until we do this song, huh?
Well, I'm looking forward to it because, when you have an Odette Quesada song, it's like you have a Mercedes-Benz parked in your whole fleet of, if you have a fleet of cars. One of
Yeah.
them is a classic Mercedes-Benz. Your song is as timeless, as classic, it never depreciates.
Oh.
It only appreciates in time. And it has a lot to do with attitude in life, your humility, and more than anything else, your musicality. And we, the industry, are better because of it. So, Odette, thank you for your music. Thank you for your time. And we hope that the pandemic will be over soon and that
Oh
you'll continue
yes.
to write songs for singers, who are without your song. It doesn't matter who it is, as long as one of them gets your song. Odette, thank you so much for your time. I know it's
Thanks,
late there.
Martin.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Stay safe. Stay home, okay?
Uh, unless I have to drive out to
Unless you
San
have the right.
Francisco.
Thank
All right,
you.
Martin. Thanks.
Night, Odette. God
Good
bless.
night. Bye bye.
Radio's fine, it helps me forget for a while. never dreamed, 'cause I always thought that dreaming was for kids, just a childish thing. And I could swear love was just a game that children play, and no more than a game, till I met you. I never knew what love was till I met you. This feeling seems to grow more every day. I love you more each day. I believe you. I believe in every word when you say I love you all the way. Now I can swear love is not a game that children play. So tell me that you'll stay till I met you. I never knew what love was till I met you. This feeling seems to grow more every day. I love you more each day. You and I should be together. Can't you see? Can't you see? being with us on our 100th show. Beautiful music. Thank you.
She's a hit maker, boy, let me tell you. So many people asking for their favorite Odette Quesada song, and I guess we get to hear it only when she's in town to be able to sing those songs that she's written for us, all the stories behind it, but all the great singers who sang them. Songs from singers like this guy.
Hopeless Romantic.
All that I can say, but deep inside of me, you know I want you more each day. But time won't let me have a chance, so I've got to see you even at a glance. I know it's hard for me to see exactly how much you mean to me. Since it's just a one-way street, and I'm the only one who's on it, no one knows the way but me. Love, can't you hear me? Or can't you please see through me? Oh babe, I need your love so badly. It's no lie, so please believe me. In my heart you see the real me. You just gotta give me a chance. Got that off my chest. All I need to let you know is that I really did my best. Keep this feeling inside, but there's just no place to hide. So please be my love. So badly, it's no lie, so please believe me. In my heart to say the real me, you just gotta give me a chance. Give me a chance.